Do you have sensitive skin? Today we're talking about, what's up everyone? I'm back, we're back, he's back. I'm Dr. Shah.
Dr. Maxfield.
Dr. Shah, welcome back to our channel, Dr. Lee, where we talk about all things related to skincare and dermatology. And today, one of the biggest topics ever, which is sensitive skin. What is it? Who has it? What causes it? What products are best for it? We're going to be talking about everything related to sensitive skincare. And at the end, we're going to be building you a routine with products that we recommend for sensitive skin. All things sensitive skin.
Here we go.
Here we go. So first question, what on earth does it mean to have sensitive skin?
The idea is that you would experience negative symptoms when the majority of other people wouldn't. What that looks like is burning, stinging, itching, irritation, redness, flushing after exposure to something.
So that could be either just the subjective feeling of the products being uncomfortable on the skin, or it can actually manifest as redness on the skin as well.
So why do we have sensitive skin? Why do some people have sensitive skin? I think our poster children for this are those with eczema or atopic dermatitis and rosacea. These two groups of people who have these conditions, they really struggle to use skincare. They usually struggle on a daily basis with just their skin barrier. So this is caused by a combination of inflammation and skin barrier dysfunction. So with atopic dermatitis, they have a baseline levels of inflammation that are always there. They have smoldering inflammation underneath the skin. The embers, the coals are always hot, and it just takes a little bit to push it over the edge, and then it's on fire. Redness, stinging, itching. The other side of it with the skin barrier, same thing. The atopic dermatitis, you have decreased ceramides, filaggrin, natural moisturizing factor, and so the skin barrier isn't healthy. So not only is there always a fire, but the barrier can't keep bad things out, and it can't keep good things like moisture in. And then you have the general population where you may not have a dedicated condition, but there's probably some level of change regarding one of those two things.
And because a lot of it is subjective, more than 50% of people think they have sensitive skin. And in some studies, up to 80% of people have sensitive skin. It's not just, hey, I feel like I have sensitive skin, but they've actually biopsied people's skin and looked at what changes they found in the skin. So some people have thinner skin barrier, some people have decreased ceramide and lipid contents, some people have upregulation of different receptors like the TPRV1 receptor. TRPV receptor.
This receptor is just one of many complicated neural connections that our cells talk and communicate with each other. But interestingly, this in particular is not only on skin cells, it's on mast cells, it's on multiple parts of our body. And activation of this causes itch. It's like really involved in the itch pathway. But again, it's actually also found in the rosacea pathway. It's on our C fibers, our C nerve fibers, which also transmit pain. So this is just one cellular signaling molecule that has its little tendrils across sensitive skin everywhere.
And when we're looking at products that are meant for sensitive skin or to decrease that irritation or that discomfort that you feel with sensitive skin, a lot of them are going to downregulate or calm down these receptors in the skin. Now, when they've done these studies on people who have sensitive skin, what they look at is basically stinging and burning when you apply lactic acid, or stinging and burning and discomfort when you apply something like capsaicin, or even some of the more irritating surfactants like SLS, right? So what they look at this is see if people actually have a reaction to these. That's also how they find out whether or not the products are helping to decrease that irritation, inflammation, and discomfort that you're feeling. So if you normally feel irritation when applying lactic acid, and then they apply this product, and then they apply lactic acid and it decreases that irritation, then that's a good sign that this product is helping with people that have sensitive skin.
Basically like your retinol sandwich in a laboratory, actually.
Right, so how do you take care of sensitive skin? Well, there are a few things you can just simply avoid. People with sensitive skin tend to react to these types of things. So one would be fragrances. 2 would be essential oils. 3 would be drying alcohols. And this is usually not causing barrier issues according to most studies, but people with sensitive skin tend to react from a discomfort standpoint when they apply alcohol or drying alcohols to the skin.
I know I more than he talk about products with fragrance in a positive light. However, my caveat is always this: if you have atopic dermatitis, rosacea, or sensitive skin, a product with fragrance is probably not for you. My rule of thumb is it just doesn't like delete the product entirely. It just you may not use it if you have sensitive skin. So I think that the phrase is like say less, but do less, right? So like you can actually do less to get an improvement in your skin with this category.
Now, when it comes to actives and sensitive skin, you do have to be a little bit careful with these. So you can use exfoliating acids. You just need to really listen to your skin. So mandelic acid, larger molecule alpha hydroxy acid, may be a better exfoliator for you. Polyhydroxy acids like gluconolactone, those are going to be better exfoliators for you. But things that are smaller molecule like glycolic acid are going to tend to sting and burn in people who have sensitive skin, so you may want to avoid those.
Yeah, you may not be able to use the most effective ingredient in your skincare routine, retinoids included, but you might be able to be consistent with a less effective one and still get great results.
Now let's build you a routine for sensitive skin. Believe it or not, there's actually an incredible amount of data on sensitive skin and products that help with sensitive skin. So we did a deep dive on this and we actually looked for products that have these ingredients that tend to calm and soothe the skin in people who have that abnormal reaction to products. So first, starting out, cleansers. Now, cleansers are always going to be the most irritating part of your skincare routine. They are removing dirt and debris from your skin. At the same time, they can be disrupting to your skin barrier. So you want to look for gentle cleansers. Now, your gentle hydrating cleansers tend to be good in this category. CeraVe has one, Cetaphil has one, Vanicream has one. Now, Neutrogena has a gel foaming cleanser, which is a larger molecule of surfactant in it. And they've actually done studies on it that show that it decreases transepidermal water loss. So if you like that foaming sensation, then you can go with this Neutrogena gel foaming cleanser and still have that protected skin barrier.
I washed my face with this right before the video just because I have it, right? So he's like, oh, we got to talk about this one. It's like, okay, let's use it. And yeah, the subjective experience, it was good. Didn't feel stripped. I think Neutrogena also has a pink PHA cleanser. So that's a way to sneak in a light exfoliant polyhydroxy acids into your skincare routine while really minimizing the risk of irritation.
Now, again, with cleansers, you really just want to be gentle in this step. You don't want to be taking one step forward and one step back with the rest of your products. Now, you've picked your cleanser and you have to go on to the treatment phase. Now, there's not a lot of good treatments for sensitive skin because you're really just trying to calm down the skin. You're trying to avoid that irritation. There are a few ingredients that we found while deep diving that actually do tend to offset that irritation in people that have upregulated TRPV1 receptors. So if you have this issue, there are a few things you can do. Now, as far as treatments and serums and moisturizers, these kind of overlap into each other because a lot of the moisturizers are going to end up being treatments for people who have sensitive skin. But serums that we do like would be things with the Bifida ferment lysate in them. Now, this is a probiotic that you can find in a few products out there. Comes in serum form, but has actually been shown to help with people that have sensitive skin.
Yeah, this probiotics, I did a huge deep dive. No one cared. Probably the most time I've ever done on a deep dive.
I cared.
He cared. 2 people commented and cared, but the Numbuzin Serum Skin Softening Serum, this is number 3. I was super excited that this came up. I actually have fallen in love with this brand this year. And last year I actually did a live and I was like, oh yeah, there's this Korean skincare brand I love. I don't know the name. They're great. This was what I was talking about. But it's number 3 serum. It has a extremely high concentration of this probiotic. It's like the number 1 ingredient in the product list. Everything else is complementing and soothing. It has a good amount of body subjectively. I'm obsessed. I think it's outstanding.
The poster child for this ingredient is actually the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Serum. They're the ones that pretty much did all the studies on this ingredient showing that it helps to calm and soothe the skin. And I wanted to hate that product because it's one of those like heritage products that's been on the market forever. It's actually fragrance free and I actually loved it when I used it. The biggest pitfall of this product is that it's super expensive. It's closer to that $100 range. So for me, it's hard for me to always recommend it, but it actually is a really nice product with actually a lot of data. And they have a patented peptide that's part of this formula, but specifically it does have this Bifida ferment extract that's been shown to be helpful for people with sensitive skin. Now, you don't need to use multiple serums. Honestly, if you have sensitive skin, less is more. So just pick one of these. Another type of serum that you could look for is something with Cica or Centella in it.
Yeah, the one that I've loved this year is the Cica serum from CosRx. It is, again, it's the number 1 ingredient in multiple different forms, Centella. And that's what you're wanting. Something very simple, stripped down. Again, for a serum, has really good body. I broke his rule. I'm wearing both of the serums we've already talked about on my skin right now after I cleanse my face. So excellent product. I might even be new this year, but one of my go-tos.
A high concentration of Cica, Centella, madecassoside. This is going to be something that's definitely be calming and soothing for the skin. Now, we're going to go on to just moisturizers after this, but if you do want to use a hyaluronic acid serum, there's good evidence to suggest that low molecular weight hyaluronic acid serums can be pro-inflammatory. So they're not going to be great for people with sensitive skin. You want to look for a high molecular weight hyaluronic acid product. The Vichy Mineral 89 is over 1,000 kilodaltons. It's going to be probably the best type of hyaluronic acid for sensitive skin. Now, is this a necessary step in someone who has sensitive skin? I would say no, but if you did want one, I would say the Vichy Mineral 89 would be a good choice here. Now, let's talk about my favorite category of products, moisturizers.
When it comes to moisturizers, you have different vehicles, right? So like you have your gels, your lotions, your creams, your ointments, and there's now a lot of overlap, so it can be difficult. But what you're really wanting is something that is hydrating, somewhat occlusive, like whatever your preference is. Like some people hate the feel of something thick. Some people like something light. That's fine. Just make it work. Another tip, apply it to damp skin. This is going to help lock in some more moisture. It's going to help elevate your whole thing. The other part of this is the individual ingredients in your moisturizers. So we said no fragrance, that's fine. You can look for things like bisobolol, panthenol. Dimethicone really is helpful, but not as helpful as petrolatum. And then you have individual ingredients like colloidal oatmeal. And that's where I'm gonna land right now. This was a year of oats. And it kind of, I don't know if it went unnoticed or not, but a lot of brands were coming out with oat products this year. I was excited. Some of the best were Aveeno has a good oat product. It's actual oats, it's not colloidal oatmeal. Colloidal oatmeal is regulated. Murad has an excellent oat balm. So for someone who's looking for oats, one of the most evidence-based plant ingredients in all of skincare, Murad balm is a great option for that sensitive skin.
Right, so this has that 5% colloidal oatmeal, which is actually approved for eczema, approved to treat eczema. It's approved as a skin protectant by the FDA. So this is something that is actually clinically proven to be helpful for more of that eczema type skin. Now, other ingredients, and this is a part that I'm pretty excited about, other ingredients that actually have been shown to help with sensitive skin. That means the discomfort, like they show people that get discomfort when they apply products, and then they try these ingredients on people to see if it actually helped with that discomfort. Now, there are two in this category that you have probably never heard of because no one ever talks about them. So first is 4-T-butyl cyclohexanol. This has actually been shown to decrease sensitive skin, and this is found in only a select few products, but I found it in the Eucerin Redness Relief line, or their anti-redness line. So we'll show the product here, but this is super interesting. This is, of course, a fragrance-free product, but it has this ingredient that can really help calm and soothe the skin. And next up is something that we talked about in our first product review ever. So 3 years later, we get to circle back and talk about this product again. Of course, this one is from La Roche-Posay, which means that they've changed the name of it in the last 3 years, because it wouldn't be La Roche-Posay if they didn't change the names on us. So this used to be called the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Ultra. This is now called La Roche-Posay Toleriane Derm Allergo. Now, this product was essentially formulated only for sensitive skin. It contains an ingredient called neurosensine, also known as acetyl dipeptide 1. This product, again, has been shown to help with sensitive skin. And what we love about this product, and what some people hate about this product, is that it's in a hermetically sealed packaging. So this is airless, hermetically sealed, and it doesn't have any preservatives either. So this is really formulated for people that get that burning, stinging sensation when they apply products.
So my wife's skincare routine is slowly coming out. She has the most sensitive vascular erythromatogenic rosacea skin. She tolerates nothing. This is a staple in her routine. But back when we couldn't afford this product, we were like budgeting to buy this product because it was that good. I remember how much it hurt to buy this product. My one knock on this, again, name change, yes. Also the pump, I think there's been 3 times. It just breaks, like it just doesn't work. And then we're left with popping it open and trying to get out what we can of this liquid gold. In my opinion, it is a little expensive for a moisturizer for the volume. But again, I think the value is there. I think it's an incredibly gentle and novel, unique facial moisturizer.
And this is a product that my wife actually uses as well. She also has sensitive skin, especially around her eyes lately, believe it or not, like me, probably my fault somehow, but she also loves this product. So this product is incredible. It's actually withstood the test of time. We're talking about it 3 years later, which, you know,
it's crazy.
Consistency, I would say. We keep it going. So last, we have to talk about sunscreen. That's the protect step of your skincare routine in the morning. Critical, because we do know that with sun exposure, it upregulates vascular growth factors that make rosacea worse. It makes sensitive skin worse. It causes your barrier to be dysfunctional. Sunscreen, critical step in your skincare routine. In my patients, I do find that your mineral sunscreens tend to be better for sensitive skin. They cause less allergy and they cause less burning when you apply them.
Yeah, my experience as well, like just because of my lifestyle, sunscreens run in my eyes. And I am always strictly looking for a zinc-based sunscreen if I know that's going to be a problem for me.
Right. If not, chemical sunscreens are fine by us. Vanity Cream has a mineral sunscreen that is SPF 30. It's a great product. It blends really, really well. Some people might not love it, but it's a great product. We discovered it this year, so we're actually pretty pumped about it. Other than that, I would say if you're somebody who doesn't want to learn about all these ingredients, doesn't want to learn about what to avoid, just simply wants to know what skincare line do I buy if I have sensitive skin. Now, I would say probably overall at all the brands that I looked at, Vanity Cream is probably the best formulated skincare line for sensitive skin. They have the most strict ingredient guidelines when formulating products, and they tend to be a safe bet. I don't think I found a Vanity Cream product that I don't like for sensitive skin. And then second up, I would say would be CeraVe, a little less strict in their guidelines, but I still also don't know of any products other than maybe their hyaluronic acid product that tends to not be great for sensitive skin.
Yeah, I think that's fair. There's a reason I think dermatologists are hyper aware, hyper sensitive to sensitive skin. Like it's the world we live in. Patients see us when things go wrong with their skin. Anytime there's a problem, it's us. And also, there's a reason that Vanicream and CeraVe are always in a dermatologist's pocket and repertoire. We can make generalizable recommendations. People do need simplicity. Life's crazy. What's the one brand I can go look for at the store? Get CeraVe. Like, get a CeraVe moisturizer. You're probably going to be safe.
If I was not a dermatologist by training, I don't know that I would know nearly anything about what to avoid in skincare products, nor do I know that I would find a passion for it. So I totally understand that people just want to know, hey, what do I buy? I just want better skin, and people want simplicity. We understand that. We see it in our comments. We see it in our patients. And so we totally understand. These are the two lines that I would look for. Again, sunscreen is going to be critical to all of this. The routine is going to be in the description, so make sure that you download that routine. People always give us really positive feedback on these handouts that we give. So this is going to summarize the routine, what products we recommend, and what to avoid. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
And we will see you in the next video.
We'll see you next time.